Welcome to Distortive Frequencies. My name is Kaylin, and today I'm going to be interviewing Bex, who is an alternative punk rock artist from the UK. So, Bex, would you like to introduce yourself to everyone?
Hello, I am Bex.
Thank you so much for joining us today. How would you describe your music to somebody who hasn't listened to it before and is new to this style?
I always found this question really hard because I always try and aspire to make music that doesn't sound like anything else.
Yeah.
So I'd find it really difficult to compare it to another band, but I would say if you like bass or rock or punk, it's quite broad. It's just bassy punk rock, really. Angry feminist, bassy punk rock, political music.
And I think that's what a lot of people enjoy about you. It's a mix of genres and anyone can enjoy your music. And it's really important the message your music spreads. So if somebody was to listen to music for the first time, what song would you recommend to them?
I would recommend politics, but I would always recommend my most recent song because it's the most like accurate representation of me.
That's
Uh,
great. I've actually been following you on TikTok for a while, and a lot of people might know you for your outfit videos where you would create your outfits for stage. So, what is it like to actually go and create your own outfits for events and like festivals and for your music videos? What is that like?
Well, I'm always struggle to find things that I like in the shops. So when I have a vision, it's hard to then put that together without having the ability to make it. Um, it's just something I've always done because if since I was 16, really, I've sewn my own clothes just for day-to-day wear. So it was never really a question as to whether I would make my own stage wear. So I mean, it's very freeing. It means I can make exactly what I'm imagining, but it never usually turns out how I think it's going to.
I think that's what's also exciting about creating your own outfits because anything can happen. Do you ever
Yeah.
feel the pressure of having to make those outfits?
Yeah, I do. I feel like because everyone knows that I make clothes, like I really have to wear my best outfit every time I'm in public. So it's quite a lot. And the more gigs that we get and the more like big gigs that we get, the more outfits I have to make. And then sometimes I feel stressed when there's not much time. So I have to start like understanding that I can rewear outfits. It's not that big of a deal. Um, but that's something I find really hard because I feel like every gig has its own personality, so it needs its own outfit. So I have been like cutting up old outfits recently, making them into new outfits. But yeah, it is sometimes a lot of pressure because I like to have a reveal on my outfit as well, like be able to make my skirt shorter or like take a jacket off or just something that changes throughout the set. But yeah, sometimes it's a lot of pressure.
Yeah. And I get that because I love that fans are able to be like, oh, what's Beck's gonna walk out on stage wearing tonight? And it's that excitement and that like not knowing feeling.
Yeah.
And especially when it comes to your music videos as well, because you're so creative, you can really see how much passion you've got just through the outfits you've created alone and the vision you've got. So that's really great. I just want to ask you a question and ask what's one thing fans might be surprised to learn about you?
Hmm. I feel like everyone knows everything about me. I'm really open.
That's the
Everyone's really
thing. When you're like so open on social media, especially TikTok, because TikTok's more of that day-to-day app where you can connect with fans.
open.
So what is it actually like to be able to be so open with your fan base?
I mean, it's really nice because then they're open with me as well. And like, they're not afraid, like, because I ask them, I say, like, should I release this song or this song? And they're not afraid to be like, yeah, this really isn't a Beck song. Like, we like it, but not right now. It's nice. I think everyone should be more open. I think communication is like so key in life. Like, if you're thinking something, you may as well just say it.
Yeah,
Versus if you
exactly.
listen, don't say it.
And it's like growing and adapting to different parts of your life and understanding that maybe this song isn't for right now, but in some point in my life, I am going to feel this way, or it might be more relevant to me and my fans.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
it's being able to communicate with people and be like, look, maybe this song is for a later date, which is kind of nice that
Yeah.
you're able to do that.
Yeah, it does happen. I feel like I'm sat on so many songs. Like in practice the other day we were all listening to them. We were like, wow, there's so many like good songs here that have just been sitting on my phone for no reason other than like it's not the right time to release them. And because releasing a song is so expensive to do, like it's not free. You
Yeah.
really, really have to think about which one you're gonna release. Because if it was free, we'd just release all of them.
That's the thing. That's a really big misconception within the industry. It's not like one day you can just go on TikTok with your guitar with a brand new song and be like, look, I'm gonna release this song today and tomorrow I'm gonna release another one. Like it
Mm,
takes a lot of time and money to be able to release a song. And although songwriting is something you do in your spare time and you sit at home and do, and it's not something necessarily that you have to pay lots of money for to do, but actually in terms of releasing it onto Spotify or Apple Music or SoundCloud and promoting the song and getting other writers on it, getting soundtracks for it, helping getting other people on it. It can get quite expensive, especially with the publishing fees as well, because I know they're quite high as well. So it's really interesting to hear that from your perspective as well.
yeah, it is. It's an investment. You have to see it as because I mean, you could just drop a song, but you want to get it mixed and mastered, and you have to pay for that. And then you want to get some press around it, and you have to pay for that. And you want to do a single art and a music video, and you have to pay for that. But like actually making the song is free,
Yeah.
but actually putting it on like Spotify, I guess, is kind of free. So. You could do it for free, but like I don't think it would do very well. I'm not
Yeah.
sure. Never tried.
And that's the thing, it's a risk and it's about protecting your art as well. You don't
Mm.
want to be unprotected and realize that one day maybe because you haven't done that investment that it could backfire potentially.
Yeah, you do kind of like if you have a song and you've like it means a lot to you, you kind of want to put your all into it, like make it into the best thing it can be rather than just giving someone like a rough recording of a roughly written song.
Yeah. I recently saw at Download Festival you introduced your mascot, which is really exciting.
I
How do you
did.
feel about that?
Good, fun. It's exciting. I mean, it's one of those things that comes with more costs because the bigger the crew is, the more cars you have to take to gigs.
Yeah.
So, I mean, she can't come to every single show, but it does make the shows more fun. Like it's just a bit of a laugh really, and having more of my friends there makes it fun always. So yeah, it's just really exciting. It's fun having more people involved, more moving objects on stage. Like it's just fun, and everyone likes it. It's funny.
And it's great for exposure because I've seen a lot of press articles involving your new mascot, and it actually made me quite excited because not a lot of artists have mascots anymore on stage. There's some artists that have tried to experiment with it, but it's more of like a one-time thing just because of the cost impact. But I think it's really cool that you're experimenting with your live shows and always trying to make it more unique and more
Yeah.
enjoyable.
Well, I find like every time, like ever since I started, I've always done something like a little bit different on stage. And like 3 years ago, we were using like the bubble gun and stuff. And slowly, like I started to notice loads of bands around me were doing it, and I was like, right. And then we had the money gun, and then I noticed some bands started using the money gun, and then I like started like adding more objects to it, and I noticed more bands started then like kind of copying the ideas, and I was like, well, one thing they can't steal is a massive me.
Yeah, exactly. And the thing is, if other bands are feeling inspired by what you're doing, it means whatever you're doing is clearly working.
Yeah, it is good. You have to look at it as a good thing rather than a bad thing, but sometimes that's hard. I get annoyed with copying, stealing ideas, whatever. I find it really. I don't think people should do it. I think you should be like, wow, that was awesome. What can we do on stage? Rather than like Bex had this sick bubble gun. Let's get one too.
It's like hard to process because I remembered you recently played 2000 Trees, hence why I remember the bubble gun. And
Yeah.
it's that immersive experience in bringing people together, which I really enjoy. And as an artist, I think you do a great job with your creative visuals. I just think your live shows are just absolutely amazing. Coming in towards live shows, you've got quite a few festivals coming up and some performances. And I also realize you're playing Boomtown within the next couple of days.
Yeah,
So,
two
what are you
days.
most excited about playing Boomtown?
Yeah, I'm most excited about playing Boomtown.
Such a freeing place. It's so creative and it's a place where you can feel like yourself and not worry about what other people are going to think, which is great.
Yeah. Well, I've never been, so I don't know what to expect, but it looks kind of crazy.
Expect weird and wackiness.
Okay. I'm really sad. Like, I wanted to go for the whole weekend, but we have other shows this weekend, so we can't stay. But oh, so we're just gonna have to like soak it in for a whole day, like try and walk around the whole thing. But apparently it's massive and
It's
crazy.
huge. Everyone
Really?
obviously goes all out for their outfits. Like everyone just loves dressing up and making their own outfits. So it's just great because as someone who likes to create their own outfits, I know that you'll fit right in and you'll just,
Yeah, sounds like my sort of festival.
yeah.
I'm really excited. I think it'll be really good.
It's
But
like
it's one of those
download, but
things
for EDM.
yeah, as soon as you like do a really big show, everything else feels a bit meh. It's like you reach the massive high and then it just drops straight away. So I'm not excited for that next week.
It's when you have like post-concert depression and you're like getting
Yeah.
over the show you've just played and it's like, hold on a second. I was just at Boomtown a minute ago and it's like, where am I? Like, what's happening? So like I completely get that feeling, especially when you jump from one big festival to then playing
Hmm.
small shows and like being able to reconnect with your fans and be like, oh my God, I've just come off of playing this massive show and now I'm with you guys again. And it's
Hmm.
just insane. And I think festivals are great because you're able to build more of a connection with people who might not be able to find your music. So you're able to reach more genres, which
It
I
does
love.
expose you to more people, which is
Yeah.
good.
And then obviously you have some other live shows coming up. And I just thought we could get to talk about those and like some upcoming music that you're potentially releasing or making.
Yeah, I have so we have Boomtown on Friday. Then on Saturday we're playing Girls in the Pit. And then Sunday we're playing Rebellion. So we've got like a full weekend of festivals, which will be really fun. And then on August the 18th, we have a beach house session, which is in Brighton.
That's
Um,
great because that's on the
yeah,
and it's like a hidden studio, isn't it? And they invite
I think so.
25 bands. Yeah.
Yeah, and it's like 25 people and you just play like three songs and then everyone asks questions and stuff. So that'll be really cool. And we're gonna play a new song then and hopefully release it at some point.
That's great. I bet
Yeah.
that's really exciting though, because you've got so much coming up, and it just feels like when your calendar's a bit more full, you've got more to look forward to as an artist, especially when you're sat behind the scenes making music and you're just like, I want to be back with my fans. I want to be able to release more music. I want to play more shows.
Mm.
As soon as it hits festival season, it just feels like everything's like exploded, everything's chaotic because you've got so much going on.
Yeah, honestly, the whole year in the music industry is just like there's always something because
Yeah.
if it's not festivals, it's touring season, and if it's not touring season, everyone's shut down and disappeared for Christmas, and it's just like it's either like one extreme or the other, like it's so full on exploding, or
Yeah.
it's like you can't get hold of anyone because everyone's turned their laptops off.
It's like so hard to process because you'll go to send an email to someone, they'll be like, sorry, I'm on holiday or I'm currently doing this. And then they'll be like, oh, yeah, I'm free. Like, it's just one of those things, like, either you're really busy or you're not. And I think that's
Mm.
hard for some artists to process because some
Yeah, I find it
either
hard.
have a really chaotic schedule, some are just taking some downtime just to process what's currently going on in their life.
Yeah, there's no routine. Like you can go from like being on tour one week to the next week just sitting at home being like, what am I supposed to do with my day?
Yeah.
There's like, and because like being an artist is it's like a self-motivated thing. Like no one's actually asking you to do it. You don't have a boss. You have to like force yourself or motivate yourself to do everything. So on those weeks or days when there isn't like a studio session booked or a gig or a festival or like an interview or anything booked, you then have to get up and like make a plan. You could also just not. And if you don't, nothing happens. Like if you don't sit and edit all those videos you were meant to edit, nothing happens. And I find that really hard sometimes because sometimes you're just like, well, what's the point? Because I could do all these jobs and spend my whole day doing it, or I could just sit in the pub all day and there's no difference. But there is a difference. The difference is in the bigger picture.
Yeah. I mean, it must be really hard to constantly be having to create new content for social media because social media is something that people expect at least a post a day from somebody, especially
Mm.
musicians nowadays. Like some fans just expect that content. And I guess it must be quite overwhelming thinking of things you have to post each day.
Yeah, I mean, I don't post every day. I try not go on social media every day. Um, I mean, I have a limit on it as well, so I can spend a total of 30 minutes across social media. Um, but the thing is, like, if you're busy and you're doing things, you have so much to post. Like, it's so easy to just record on your phone, like the gig that you're playing or something. Like, it doesn't have to cost you money or like do a vlog of your day at the studio. Like, there's so many ideas that are already out there. You don't have to come up with a new one every time. So, like, it can be if you're really busy, you just have so much content to post anyway. But then it's finding the time to edit all those videos together and make them into something. But then also in those weeks where you've got nothing going on, I I don't know if other people get this, but I feel really silly like posting a gig that was 2 months ago.
I
But people on social media don't even know that.
Yeah, exactly. Because I think that's what's quite overwhelming as a creative. It's like you look back on all this content you've got, and you've got
Mm.
so much content just building up, and you're like, what am I actually going to do with all of this footage?
Yeah, and then you never post it, and then you could have just posted it 2 months later because nobody cares when you filmed it.
I mean, I do photography as well, and I have SD cards that are just building up, and I'm like, okay, I posted a few photos, but what am I going to do with the rest of them? And it's like, I don't want to overwhelm my viewers with
Mm.
this content because it's way too much, but then
Yeah.
I also want to share them. And it's like, it's realizing that your art doesn't have a time limit. You can post
No.
whenever you want.
Yeah, literally. Like, I always think like I'm always posting my most recent single, but like my other songs are still out, and there's people that still haven't found them yet. So I should still like you as much as you should post your new stuff. There's nothing wrong with posting like a snippet from a music video that came out a year ago because you still made it. It's still relevant. It's still good. Nothing's changed. You just stop posting about it.
Exactly. And that's what's so exciting about being an artist. It's being able to rekindle your love for an old project and be able to share that with other people because
Yeah.
although your fans and you have seen that content, other people might not have, which I think is really powerful because you're able to share that with people who haven't seen it yet.
Yeah, and there's also like Pink Pony Club was like released years before it blew up.
Exactly.
And you
Sometimes
just
it's
Chapel Roan
older songs
reposted
that
it.
blow up.
Yeah. It's just hard to know. It's really difficult to know like what you should and shouldn't post and when you should post it and when you should stop posting things.
Yeah. So, lastly, I just wanted to talk about your favorite thing about performing live and connecting with your fans.
I don't have one specific thing. I like the whole thing. Performing live is my favorite part of being a musician. The whole reason like I do any of this is so that I can perform live. I just really, 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 really like it. I like going on stage. Well, I hate the feeling before you go on stage, but I like it afterwards. And I like watching people sing my songs, and I like getting people to dance, and I like seeing people having a good time, and I like playing music with my friends, and I like getting off stage and meeting everyone. and I like watching the videos back. I like all of it. There's no one thing I prefer. I like the whole thing. I like trying to do different like dances and stuff and like moving my body in weird ways. I like trying to sing the songs in different ways to how they were recorded. I don't know, I really just like the whole thing. I like trying to find the photographer and do a funny pose for him every time.
Because as soon as you're out on stage, all the anxiety you felt before walking out on stage has disappeared because all your
Yeah.
focus is on is the people in the crowd and their faces. And
Mm.
it's like you've got your songs to perform, you know, you've got your visuals and you've got people that you tour with are in the crowd and they're on stage beside you. And it's like you just feel at home, like there's no better place than being on stage. And when you're
Yeah.
not on stage, you're just like, oh, I really wish I appreciated this moment a little bit more at the time.
Yeah, I think this year I've gotten quite good at just enjoying it when I'm on the stage because I'm really critical and I would always be like, oh, but the crowd didn't mosh like I wanted them to, or like they didn't shout loud enough, or they didn't dance hard enough. And but like afterwards, everybody's always like, wow, that was so amazing. And I'm like, well, yeah, because when I'm stood in the crowd and I'm having a good time, I probably look bored out of my mind.
Yeah.
Like, because you don't, when you're discovering a new artist as well, like, you don't want to mosh because you want to listen. And you don't want to, like, smile or shout because you just want to listen. You want to watch and see what's happening.
A lot of people just like to take it all in and they'll go, do you remember when we saw BEX? Like, I'd love to go and see them again. I think their show's
Mhm.
really great. I'd love to go in like one of their mosh pits and just dance with the crowd and just have lots of fun.
Yeah.
Like, I think like that's something that a lot of people have started to like realize because I know a lot of people nowadays that will go and see an artist open for somebody and they'll be like, oh my God, do you remember that time you saw that person? And they'll be like, well, they're just announced their own headline tour. We should go because I really want to see them again and actually enjoy it.
Yeah, definitely.
It's like one of those things, like the more you see an artist, the more you can really appreciate their sets.
Yeah,
But yeah,
that's true. Because you're not afraid of missing anything as well.
yeah, because I feel like a lot of people, especially a lot of your dedicated fans, would be afraid to miss something. If they know something is coming and they want to make sure they capture that moment, especially on their phones, they don't want to
Mm.
miss it, but like they also want to take it all in.
Yeah. I guess when you're moshing, you do miss quite a lot of the set because you're so busy focused on trying to stand up.
Yeah. But it's also really fun.
Yeah, it's
It's
true.
so great to get to speak to you though. Thank
And you.
you for taking part. I can't believe you're our first interview. It's amazing.